Again, they keep bowling it into the surface. Big appeal. Southey thinks he got something on it before it hit Buttler. They're going to review it. Maybe a tactical one from Williamson.
If Williamson's going on Southey's reaction, I think he's back in the wrong horse there. It's always out for Timmy. Always.
For a court, please. Mark, it was given not out on field. Can we check the front foot first, please? Thank you. That's a fair delivery. We'll go to front on. Good mark. And more, a bit more, more. And nothing on Ultra Edge there. Just go back just a couple more frames just to make sure that ball hadn't touched the bottom of the bat. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I've got nothing on Ultra Edge, so I'm happy to go back on field as not out.
Okay, 2-1.
Yeah, good decision made all round. Brendan McCullum. Spot on about Tim Southey, but they had to gamble, I guess. If Southey's saying I think he's hit that, and it's Jos Buttler. They're desperate to get Buttler. Buttler can still really hurt you in these 5 or 6 overs.
Yeah, it's an interesting point though. I don't think that's what the review's there for. I think it's there for the absolute howler, and rather than sort of the guesswork of trying to find out if it was a dismissal or not. Like, you either know or you don't, and I think there's no point in going upstairs just for the sake of it either. Even though when I was captain, I went upstairs every time.
You know how players play the laws, basically. Any rule change or law change that you bring in, you've got to think 2 steps down the line. What will players do with that? How will they use it? They're not interested in what was it brought in for. They're interested in how can we use it to win a game. Ian Plunkett's no mug with the bat. He hit a 6 to tie a game for England at Trent Bridge. He gets useful runs for his county. Very big, strong hitter of the ball. And he can pull it as well, so he's not someone... Sometimes numbers 9, 10, 11, you can bang it halfway down, but he can play the pull shot, even though it's into a howling gale. Leg side.
I think that's a really good point as well, Nas. The persistence of New Zealand to operate from the far end, short of a length, because the boundary is so big out to that side, and the breeze is so strong as well. Maybe in the order whether in the innings whether it's an attacking option, but it is working at this stage.
And again, and a wide given. So harsh on bowlers nowadays. Given very little. It probably was a wide. just dipping because it was a slightly slower ball, just over his head. Short again, a tennis shot from Buttler, and even the pace out there can't cut it off. 3 men out. And he finds the gap. Buttler to get that bat through and roll it down quickly, and even Guptill, who's got a yard, couldn't get there. Short again, nearly every ball to Buttler was short from that far end. He keeps the strike. 2.
Shoulder and use those 3 men out in the deep and the big boundary into the wind, but he just hasn't got that one up, and Plunkett's good enough to put him away for a very, very important boundary.
And again, but this time it should go straight to the fielder. It does. At this stage, are you just leaving it to your bowler, Brendan? Because it is becoming a bit predictable from that far end. Are you going up and saying vary it, or just over to you? You do your job, I'll do mine.
I think in this circumstance, it does feel like it's kind of working as well. They've played a couple of good shots to gap and pick up those boundaries. Another thing to note as well, New Zealand, 3 of New Zealand's best fielders are actually out there in the deep as well, so they realise the importance of how many balls are going to go in that direction.
This time he doesn't get it over the keeper. It really has been a game of 2 ends and the lengths of 2 ends. Bowling from the River Taff end, they've banged it in. The Cathedral end has been 16% pitched up, 38% short. Look at that from the other end, 42%, so they've banged it in. Wickets have come from banging it in, and to Buttler in particular, they've gone short. And again, and over mid-off, not an easy shot to play, and a maximum 50 for Jos Buttler. He loves batting against New Zealand. He really is a danger man. 291 for 7. He knew it was coming. It was a slower ball bouncer, and he just muscles it away for 6. The strike rate in career one-day internationals of 142 against New Zealand. Hasn't been at his best today, but still pretty good. Three overs left, one for Southey, one for Milner, and this last one for Bolt. Cliche nowadays of hitting 360. Jos Buttler definitely can do that. And through for a single.